Hey everybody, it's Siobhan backing in with Opus Gaming, and I am here with another deck profile from Muachee. This one is going to be from this past weekend's PPG's regional. Muachee made it to top 32, which secured him his invite for this year's One Piece National. So congratulations, Muachee. How was the event?
It was really fun. It took a long time because we did 10 rounds because there was 1,000 people, so it was very tiring.
Ooh, okay. So these 1,000 people tournaments, everybody was saying that it wasn't a big deal and you're only going to have to play like 9 rounds total, but it was a 10 rounder for you, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, people. It was really long. It was very tiring the whole day.
Cool. So what we'll do is we'll dive straight into the deck profile now, and at the very end, we'll talk a little bit about like the meta breakdown of like what you saw during the matchup or during the tournament, and then also what your matchups were like, what you kind of think were good matchups for you and bad matchups for you. But we can just start off with the deck profile.
Yeah, good. So I played, the brand new Searcher because I played the Navy engine. I think the Navy is really good.
I think so too.
I don't have a lot of CP9s engine. I don't have a lot of CP9s.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we got the blocker, the Fukuru. I love it.
Fukuro's fantastic. Just mini Barcelona, but also can't be KO'd by Jet Pistol on your turn, right? Because he just can never be KO'd by effects, so that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And then for the 2K counters, we have this one, the Granny, and Tashigi. I think these are like the staple 2K counters.
Yep.
And then I decided to play 4 Virgo and the 1 Garb. So I decided to do all Navy only. I tried Khalifa for brand new can't add Khalifa, so I thought I don't need it because I also don't play Kaku.
Yep.
And Virgo is just, in my opinion, better than Garb because his effect might come up. I mean, 2K counters effect never comes up. I use it to 2K. But his effect can become a battle. You give it down is pretty relevant.
Yeah, for sure. You can put a body on the board that just can be super effective. That's actually pretty cool. I haven't seen anybody playing that Virgo yet, so that's a cool card.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. And we had that 1 guard to throw people off guard. Because if you see me discard the guard, you think I have multiple guards. I don't have one.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually funny.
Yeah.
The mind games are real.
Yeah, you look at it, I'm playing 4, 8, 12, 13, 2Ks. I think you might use a lot, but I play with so many non-counter cards, so a 2K actually helps a lot.
Okay.
Then we have the Navy engine, 4 Borsalinos.
Nice.
The 4 Kuzans, and the 4 Sakazuchi.
Oh, 4 of the Sakazuki. Nice. How did you like the 4-4-4 split?
I think it's perfect. I love the ratio. Sakazuchi always comes up in every matchup. I always had to KO attack cards. That came up a lot in my games. And the Kuzan came up a lot because I needed to reduce so Sakazuchi kills the 9 cost or below, like Newgate.
Yep. That makes sense.
Then I decided to try the 3 Garbs and then 2 Hinas.
How'd you like the 3 Garp?
So for me, I have mixed feelings of this because it's, in my opinion, it's good, but it's also bad. I think for 2 days for the tournament I did, it was pretty good because if you go first at 5 dons, you can just play Garp and it KOs a forecast. Well, yeah, as me, I think the MVP for my tournament was the Hina. The Hina was coming in clutch.
Nice. Hina being a card that can basically represent 2 blockers because it blocks something and it stuns something is actually really powerful.
Yes, and it also came up because I faced a few law players. So the one play I did was I will block and I will stun the Rush Zoro because by doing so they can't play Star Deck Law to restand the Zoro to attack again.
Okay, that makes sense. I gotcha.
Yeah, and then for the top ends, I played 3 Ishos and 3 Kuzans. I think 4 is just bricky.
Yep. 3 and 3 is good though.
Yes, and then
for your Dawn curve with this list, did you want to be like more of a going first Dawn curve, or are you good going second?
You want to go second. Second is like the beautiful curve. You go second, you have a really high chance of just winning it all.
Absolutely.
Going first is it's kind of bad because if you look at all your high cards guys, they're all even numbers. You got 4, 6, 8, and the 10. So it's kind of hard to go on the odd curve.
Okay. That's actually really good advice to know.
And then for my event card, I played 4 Shockwaves and 2 Meteors.
Nice. I like that. How did the event lineup work out for you?
So for sure, the Shockwave was amazing. I either needed to, I used it for the plus 4K, or the trigger effect came up a lot. I killed all those 4 cards or less. And then the Meteor Volcano, I think this card for me overperformed. It was so great. It even combo off with the Guzan, the 4-drop. So I was able to kill 6 drops, or I will kill the 1 cost and then restand with Lucci. So Lucci's 13 price.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's a pretty good combo. It's nice. I really like Meteor Volcano as well.
Yeah, especially when everyone is playing 1-drops because they all have searchers.
They all have searchers, and now even red, right? They're going to be replacing a lot of the Marcos that they have with value Tony choppers. So that card's just going to get mileage going into the meta as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now that we've wrapped up the main part of the deck profile, how was the event, and what were your matchups like? What were the decks that you saw the most? We can start there.
Okay, so for sure, I went against 9 red decks. So yeah, yes.
Okay.
So I went against 3 Newgates, 3 Laws, and 3 Zoros. It was like.
Okay, so at least some of them are red-green decks. Was there one red list that you have a better matchup against versus others, or was it kind of all the same thing?
Same thing.
Yep.
I think the way my deck was built, it was meant to go against the Zoro and the Newgates because there's a lot of kill cards. So throughout the whole Newgate matchups and maybe Zoro matchups, I kill anything they play. The Newgate, the Marco, the Ace.
Definitely. I can see that, especially the ace, getting ace off the board when they tap 7 for it on curve is very, very effective. So I like that a lot. Nice. With 9 red, there's not too much to talk about into the meta because this was like the first meta that, or the last meta that we're going to have Whitebeard, because Tusa got a top as well. That's another one of our teammates and Muachee's brother. And both you guys did fantastic. But with this being Whitebeard's last showing, do you think that... So with you having like kind of like a 50-50 matchup with Whitebeard, do you think going forward Lucci just gets stronger with the ban list announcement?
Yes, I think it gets stronger to the point where you kind of you just change your deck build because reason why we paid a Navy package was to go against the Newgate, but then I think we can kind of go towards taking out some of the Navy like the 10-drop Kuzans, maybe the 4-drop. And we play more of some CP9s now.
Okay. Some cards with counters as well, so that's super interesting. Yeah. Nice. Was there any matchups going into the tournament theoretically? Were there any matchups that you were dreading having to play with the Lucci list, like something that you were kind of scared of?
So I think some people already know that Lucci has a hard matchup against yellow. So I guess I'm kind of glad he's facing the yellow.
Okay.
For the most part, I only lost twice. The first person I lost to was the winner of the tournament. Was against Newgate. I was kind of disappointed in myself because I thought I had a shockwave in my hand, but I didn't because I had tempo, I had game, but I thought I was safe because I had shockwave, but I didn't have it, so that cost me the game.
That happens. It's something we just have those oversights as players, so that's not too bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So with yellow being kind of the boogeyman. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh yeah, no problem. And in the second matchup against Zoro, I went first, which is my back curve. It was whatever. I was really close on winning. It came down to he has no cards in hand, no cards in the field. I have enough attackers to go for game next turn. So then it all depended if he dropped the versus Zoro because I had 1 blocker.
Okay, that makes sense.
He drew the 3rd versus Zoro because I killed 2 throughout the game.
Okay. And then I'm assuming, so since you were kind of scared looking at yellow and then you said Zoro as well, kind of to somewhat, was there anything that you were looking that you really wanted to play against a lot during the matchup? I know that you said you built your deck to beat Whitebeard, so was it just Whitebeard is what you were looking to see for the whole tournament?
Yes, I think it was most likely just Whitebeard and Zoro, because
Mm-hmm.
that's why I also had Meteor Volcano. Because worst case, I use it to kill the weenies, kill the one cost.
Yep.
That was really great.
No, absolutely. I'm sure that doubled as a really good card against Law as well, just because you could keep tempo kind of as you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. That card was really good against Law too. Because some people don't know that sometimes I would reduce that Law by 4, so it becomes a one cost. So I just use Meteor
Ooh.
Volcano.
Yeah, that's actually a really nice combo. Yeah, hitting a really important 5 costs, and that's all of their important cards in Law is important. So that's really, really cool. Looking back at the tournament, are there any things that you would change or any big things that stuck out with you? I know that you talked about swapping out to the CP9 package now that we're switching out of such a Newgate heavy meta. But for future metas, are there anything that, like, as far as your structural deck list, that you would change?
Think I will probably cut out the 10 drop just because I think there was so many times where I just couldn't play him because it was I was low on life. Playing 10 was a bad idea,
Mm-hmm.
and I think most of the time I was breaking with him. You know,
Oh.
I took one for life. I drew one for turn. I stopped one with starting hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you see there's so many non-counters. I think to be honest, the Kuzan is just overkill. I think the Isho does enough work because it minus 3 costs.
Mm-hmm. And it does have a really big number attached to it. It is an 8 drop for 9k attack, so that can swing really nicely into things. So okay. With Kuzan being a card that you know that you would drop, are there any things other than the CP9 package that you're really looking to include, or you think that would really help balance the deck out, or do you think that for the most part the package is pretty nicely balanced out, especially with the choice between the CP9 package and the Navy?
I think the package is probably pretty good. I think for the Garbage Hina, I think it's all about preference. In my opinion, I think maybe I might drop some of the Garbs and just play more Hinas. The Hina was it was really good against Red. Me stopping the any other characters 6 or less from attacking was a huge deal.
For sure, for sure. It just makes it so they just don't have enough poke.
Yeah.
No, I like that. And plus, 6k body is huge, so it's a lot easier to defend, so you can force it to get like a double block. It gets the double block right away because you freeze a card on board, but if they have to swing into it again for turn, that's just an additional block that it had for you, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice that it's 5. So if you go first at $5, you could just play Hina.
Yeah. No, awesome, awesome. I think that kind of wraps up all the general questions that we have about the meta, especially since this tournament was going to be the last one that we see with Whitebeard still legal. My last thing for you is just, do you have any shout outs for anybody that you want to mention before we get going?
Oh yeah, I would like to shout out was it Opus Gaming, V5. Yeah, and my locals, Power Card Games. I love the playtest really helps.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
My
no.
bad. And I think I forgot to mention that I also went. My last match was against Film Kid.
Mm-hmm.
My 10th game.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Navy Packers, it was pretty bad for him.
Yep, for sure.
It destroyed it.
Yeah, I'm sure, because you're just reducing that kid down. You're killing it for free with so many residual effects, especially a card like Garp, who's going to stay on the board, and then you combo that with things like Kuzan. It can get pretty rough for a green deck. So
Yeah, it was kind of sad seeing it, but yeah, it was sad. It was kind of devastating for him. I felt kind of bad.
No, for sure. But hey, getting that last round, 10th round of the day, you want to get that up out of there. So having a matchup that is kind of one-sided for you is just the perfect way that you want to end the day. So no worries there.
Yeah, I was begging just because I went against 9 red decks.
Mm-hmm. That's honestly just so crazy. But hey, you took most of your wins there, so that's all that really matters. All right, but if that's going to be all for shoutouts, just congratulations from everybody. We really appreciate you. You've just been representing for a long time going now, so we just look forward to seeing more tops from you in the future. And again, congratulations from everybody on the team and everybody in Minnesota for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. All right, you guys, this is me, Jamonster with Opus Gaming, and we're out. Take care.